Hey, I'm your host, Anthony Tank Mansfield, and with me this week is
Big Dan.
and
April.
and this is What You Into.
What you into? What you into?
Don't put that on the podcast.
So, all right. So, listener, special episode, on location episode. I think this is maybe the third one in history I've done at this point. So I'm at April and Dan's place up in Columbus, and I got them on the show today. Thank you both for coming on.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Listener, you might hear some birds in the background, but that's okay. Again, we're just on location, and it's nice. It's summer. We got the windows open. We're hanging out.
We got the Florida room. We got the dogs, so there might be barking. This is my favorite room of the house at this time of the year.
Are there
house?
other rooms named after states?
I wonder about that.
Is there like a Nebraska room?
Well, honestly,
California.
like
Yeah.
this room is like a three season room, but you have about 4 months worth of decent weather for it. But my grandparents always called it the pool room because we have the hot tub in here and we have that
Yeah.
sign up there. So I actually want to get a sign for the other side of the wall that says the lanai because Golden Girls is the jam, and this really kind of feels like a lanai that you can have in Ohio.
I like that.
And we both do kind of have a little thing for the Golden Girls.
We kind of do.
They're great. Who doesn't?
It's our every Sunday thing is to watch the Golden Girls marathon.
Hell yeah.
I think you could make states for rooms. Like, okay, so the California room, definitely a weed thing.
Yeah.
Texas room, that's where you keep your guns.
Always.
Or steaks.
Yes.
Or steaks.
Or oil. Whatever.
Right?
If you got- if you got a-
You could have a main room, and that's just full of lobster tanks.
Oh, that would kill me.
Yeah, it would be your death room.
Yeah, it would Nevada room, you could have gambling.
Oh,
Slot
it's
machines.
yes. That's where all the slots and the card games are.
Yeah. No, I think we're onto something here.
I think we are.
I think we can really get this going.
This is our $1 million idea. Nobody take it.
Yeah, don't steal staterooms.
What about the Kentucky room where everybody speed dates with cousins?
No, that's mean. Kentucky's nice.
Bourbon.
Bourbon.
That's
There
where
you
the
go.
There you
bourbon
go. That's
lives.
where,
Bourbon
that's
room.
where bourbon lives. Damn straight. Well, look, listener, we don't have any social media to knock out this week because these two are not on it,
Because we're old.
and smart.
It's sad. I can't.
Yeah, I wish I didn't have to be on it sometimes. It would make life a lot easier.
Yeah.
But the reality is, especially with like having a show,
Marketing.
I got to share.
Yeah.
So, listener, if you want to find me online to find out about the show or my artwork at Kneel to No One is where you can find me on IG, kneeltoknoone.com. All right, so April, this is your second time on the show. Dan, this is your first.
Yep.
So let's people get to know you. One of the things I know about you two is you love to cook.
We do.
Yes, we
a
do.
lot.
Both of us.
As much as we can.
All right, so I know your background of like getting into cooking with your family. Dan, how'd you get into cooking?
First job. My first job as a kid was working at McDonald's, and it started from there. I just kind of figured my dad couldn't cook. My mom had passed away, and if I didn't want to keep eating McDonald's all the time, I had to learn how to cook on my own. So I just started picking up cookbooks and just trying to follow different recipes, asking different family members for old family recipes and trying shit out on my own. And from there, it just blossomed into working for different kinds of restaurants. Plus, it's always a quick, easy job. Restaurants are always hiring. There's always a restaurant hiring wherever you go.
Yeah.
And with me liking to travel back in the day when I was growing up, it was an easy way to get a job. I could go to Colorado for a Grateful Dead show, that what I would do, and I could find a job for 2-3 weeks working in a restaurant. Kind of shitty of me to do that and quit afterwards. But I did get to work in a lot of different restaurants all over the country, so it was kind of cool.
That's awesome. What made you make the jump though from it being something that is a job to something you enjoy?
Because I learned how to cook so many different kinds of food, it just blossomed into more that now I want to do this at home. Like, I don't have to do it for other people. I get to do it for people that I love, people that I like to hang out with. Now I get to experiment with different, ethnic foods. Like, I'm really been into cooking Indian food lately. And April's the one that got me into that. That's how her and I get along so well with cooking also. is because she loves Indian food. Also, she made a curry for us one night, and I'd never had curry before, not homemade. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
I mean, it wasn't like restaurant good. I mean,
To me it
but
was.
it was
awesome.
really, it was good. But I think another thing for you possibly is that you don't cook for a living anymore, and that's why it's fun.
Right.
And we have fun doing it together.
Well, when I worked in restaurants, I'd always get a question from a server. What's your favorite thing to cook at home? Ramen noodles. Like you work in a restaurant, you're cooking for everybody all day long. You're
Right.
cooking hundreds of meals in a day. You get tired of it. You go home. We'd eat White Castle on the way home. Pick that shit up. Now that, like April said, like now that I don't cook for a living, now I'm like, well, hell, I see a recipe on TV and it just catches my eye. I'm like, I think I know how to make that and make it even better. Right. So it's just kind of grown from there.
Mm-hmm.
What gets you to keep going back into the kitchen, like in making stuff and finding new stuff?
Sometimes it's just like a conversation with my aunt. Hey, I made this recipe tonight. You should totally try it. Like even Kim liked it. My uncle is kind of picky. He kind of she won't make steak because it has to be well done, and that's just awful. Like that's terrorist thing.
Steak well done.
Ooh,
Right. But
That's what they serve in the Kentucky room.
burn and well done steaks.
But no, like I don't know. It's like, or Dan will see a recipe, or like I just love being in the kitchen. It's where the heart of the house is. Like my kitchen's really small, and it's kind of fun to like cook for a bunch of people in there because then everybody's in there too. And I both love / hate that because they're all in my way, but I wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I mean? Like I just enjoy it.
You do love to cook for people, though.
I
You
do.
love to cook
I
for
do.
other
And
people.
it's my Zen space. It's like I can't touch my phone because I've probably got chicken crap on my
Yeah.
hands. You know what I mean? Like I can be completely disconnected. I can still conversate with Dan if he's not in the kitchen with me because it's just on the other side of the wall. The TV is right there. If I don't want to watch the TV, I've got my Bose speaker and I just do my own thing. But it's like that moment that I don't have to talk to anyone if I don't want to, because I do that a lot all day.
How often are you listening to True Crime Podcast as you're like knuckle deep in guts?
Actually, sadly, not very much. I typically listen to those when I'm like doing the improvement stuff, and then also when I'm driving from around the entire city at all times.
Okay, so it's music in the kitchen?
Usually music in the kitchen.
Oh, interesting.
Because then I can sing along and, be in my own head, and I don't have to pay attention. I don't want to pay attention. That's what cooking is for me, is like, it's my way to get out of my own head just for like, half an hour to an hour, depending.
You don't have to stare at a screen either.
Right.
That's for me another thing about cooking. It unplugs me from everything. I can just listen to new music. Because April says we've been together for a while now, and she's exposed me to a lot of different music. I don't listen to just jam bands or stoner metal anymore. I listen to crappy bands like Manchester Orchestra, like the shirt she's wearing,
And bed folds for tomorrow.
But the music helps with the cooking too. So it helps with the creative side, and it helps me unplug. I don't have to stare at a TV screen anymore.
And I feel like sometimes when we just listen to the music, it forces us to have a conversation, which is nice too. Like we're both in there doing something for the dinner, and instead of just staring at a screen or our phones or both, we actually have a conversation and connect for our day. And I dig that. I really dig that.
It is amazing, like, the attraction as humans that we have to flat screens at this point. Because I get that, like, our eye is always going to be attracted to motion because that's just like, it's got to be an evolutionary trait where it's like if you see something move, it could be like something dangerous or whatever, or just you don't know what it is, so you look.
Right.
And with screens and light, you're constantly just attracted to this. It's like being a mosquito looking into like a fucking like bug zapper.
Right.
You just can't take your eyes off it.
And it's going to kill you in the end.
Yeah.
To that whole, metaphor.
Yeah. Is there ever?
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, so we've talked about the upside of the kitchen. Is there any dishes that you two make that exclusively you make or you make? Is there anything where you're not allowed to make a dish? Or is it something where it's like, hey, you make this better than me, you're on this?
Sausage gravy. Yes, there are dishes like that for us. I am honestly not allowed. I make killer sausage gravy. I've made it in restaurants and in large batches and made it for all kinds of people, but no one makes sausage gravy like April. She makes the best biscuits and gravy I've ever had.
Really?
So I don't even, I'm not, it's not that I'm not allowed. I just refuse to now. Like, I'm not going to make it because yours is that much better than mine. But I don't know if there's anything that I make that she won't. We like to try and copy each other's dishes sometimes just because I tweak it one way or another. But I tend to cook spicier foods, though, than April does.
Yes, because
As her aunt says, she has a very gringo palate.
my palate is very gringo.
Black pepper is spicy to her.
I want to not be like that, but every time I try to not be like that, it's even worse. Like, it's just horrible.
You and Lauren would definitely get along with that.
Yeah.
And my mom. Like,
Yeah.
just no spice.
No, I'm cool with some spice, but we gotta talk about it. You know, we have to discuss levels of heat here. My aunt, you know, she does a lot of Southwest cooking, and there's a lot of chilies and stuff. And when she knows I'm coming to visit, she will dumb it down just for my gringo palate.
She's like, I got so much sour cream.
Yeah,
So much
Yeah,
fun.
right. I'm like, do you have the sour cream or the Greek yogurt? I don't really know. One thing that is a no-no for you is, I mean, we can discuss it, but the big no-no is don't touch my grill.
Which is so irritating. People pay me money to run grills, but
Yes.
I'm not allowed to run the grill at my own
No,
house.
I mean, it's my grandpa's grill, man. It's like, that's my place. I love it.
All right. So there are some boundaries and rules.
I mean,
That is a definite boundary.
there was one time I came home. It was after a Comfest, and some of the boys that do the festival stuff like to come here and decompress for a day or two after, which is totally fine by me. But one time I came home, and my grill was going, and I almost freaked out. Like, why is my grill going? But then I realized that I had some semi-inebriated boys in the house, and one of them was smart enough to make themselves food. And so that was a passable moment. Like, I got upset for a hot second, and then it was great.
Yeah, okay.
Because then they were controlling themselves, and I
Yeah.
didn't have to mom it, which was great.
That's true. Yeah, you're looking at it, you're like, you know what, things could be worse.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
Her thing about her grill, too, though, goes so far that is her 40th birthday is coming up to her 40th. I'm like, what do you want to do? You want to cook out with a bunch of friends? You want to go to the movies? You want to whatever? And she's like, no, I know what I want to do. I want everybody to bring their meat, their whatever they want to throw on the grill, bring it over, and I want to cook it for them. I want you to do all the sides,
God bless
and then
you.
my friends bring all the meat and stuff over, and I'll just sit in front of the grill and cook meat all day long. I was like, all right, if that's what you want. Well, people start showing up, and she's out there grilling and grilling and grilling, and people are like, are you going to get off your lazy ass and help her? It's her birthday, Dan. Wait a minute. This is her present. This is what she wanted.
This is what she wanted.
It was, and I very much enjoyed. I had a great day that day. All the kids came over. We had the hot tub going, and it was low temp, so all the kids could swim in it. It was so fun. That was a great birthday.
I still get shit about
I know
that.
you do. And it was funny because everybody brought bacon-y presents
that
too.
makes sense.
Everybody, like, Joel Vetica actually went to Trader Joe's and bought everything that said bacon on it that he could find and brought it as my gift in said Trader Joe's bag. It was awesome. We had that shit for like 3 months.
I'm not sure how you get sainthood, but I feel like for offering to grill everything on your birthday, you should be the saint of grills or the saint of meats.
The saint of meats.
The saint of meats. That needs to go on the sleeve,
I
man.
don't know. That sounds like a hooker name.
There's a lot of ways this could go. But now,
Shit.
But now I really want like a stained glass window with a Weber grill in it.
I do too, right? Wouldn't that be
That would
sexy?
be so awesome.
And that
That's a
shit would just
brilliant idea.
shine and be
Yeah.
so beautiful in the room. Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
Stained glass tattoo. Yes.
Of the Weber.
Right.
Hell yeah,
Of the
dude.
Weber.
All right, so you alluded to it earlier. You don't have the biggest kitchen in the world. What are the rules? Like, are you two in the kitchen at the same time, or is this my space at the moment? Like, how do you two share things?
Depends on how we feel on that day.
If she feels like cooking, then she'll run the stove side, and then I'm like her prep cook or sous chef, whatever you want to call it. I'll sit over on the other side because, like you said, our kitchen's very small and has that little tiny island in the middle. So I sit on one side with a cutting board and cut the vegetables about for whatever she needs, or take out the trash while she's doing it, or clean up or whatever. There are nights where I'm like, nope, I don't want no help. Stay the hell out. This kitchen's too small. You just got to know when you're cooking with somebody else when to set those boundaries because
Yeah.
it can cause a big problem.
And what I appreciate is when one of us is in the kitchen and the other one is kind of just not feeling it, the question of, do you need some help, is asked. And you hope that the answer is no, and 9 times out of 10 it is, because we've already kind of personally made that decision. But then every once in a while the answer is, yeah, can you do the blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, okay, I'll come. And then I
Alright.
take my side on the dining room side, and I do the thing I'm supposed to do. And
Plus, there's one of us always has to run the music.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be in
Somebody's
charge.
got
of
to
the
DJ.
yeah.
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
When you're in the kitchen, do you refer to each other as chef?
No, it's usually doctor.
The whole,
Oh shit! I don't even know.
Spies Like Us.
Was that? Yes, yes.
Spies Like Us, where they do the scene where they're doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doctor.
that's become a running joke for
Always.
April and I in the kitchen, especially in the kitchen.
I did that with Sharon today at work. She was wrapping a present for one of our employees, and like all of her stuff was everywhere. And I was like, I just kept grabbing it, and I went over to her, and I was like, "Doctor," and she didn't doctor me back, and I was sad.
Oh,
We do that a lot when we're doing our holiday decorations
Yes,
too.
yes. Holiday decorations are also a big thing.
well, look, let's get into the main part of the show. So today we're doing home improvement. This is an interesting one because this is something that I've had to force myself to do now, and I don't enjoy it, but I can do it. Whereas you seem to really enjoy this.
I love it. I've always kind of been a tinkerer anyway. I remember when I was in my 20s, I had a couple of car stereos and I'd never done it before. My mom had this old ass truck and I was like, "Hey, do you mind if I fuck around with your stereo and see if I can do this?" And I did, and I didn't even know if the stereos I had worked. So I went in and I matched the wire to wire, blah, blah, blah. And my grandma came out and watched me do it. And I remember her saying, "She's really good at this. Maybe this is what she should have done for a living." And I can't imagine doing it for a living because I would hate myself. But after that, it just kind of like grew into something else. Like, and then COVID happened. Also, at that time, I wasn't making enough money to like pay other people to do the things for me. But then COVID happened and I had nothing but time on my hands. I thought, I've got 2 weeks, quote, 2 weeks off of work. I may as well make it productive. It's basically a vacation for me. And that's when I decided that I was going to gut my half bath because it had carpet.
Carpet on a bathroom floor.
Oof,
Yeah, and it was my grandfather's bathroom, so
It was the original carpet
Oh,
from the
man.
60s.
Splatter happens.
yeah, splatter does happen.
You could tell
Yeah.
at one point it was shag carpet, but it'd been in there so long it, wasn't
it
shag
was
carpet
really bad.
anymore.
So I was like,
it was just gelled together like a mohawk.
It was so bad. So
It was
like
bad.
I hated it so much, and I had hated it for so long. And there were a lot of things about that bathroom I didn't like. It had old subway tiles, but they were the metal kind, and they
Oh.
had been in there for so long that they started looking rusty, and the white was kind of yellow, and
Medicine
like,
cabinet.
oh yeah, the old medicine cabinet. Like, fortunately, it stayed shut.
It was the medicine cabinet, and this thing was so old and rusted. It still had the little slot that said razor blades on it.
Yeah.
For you to put the old school
Yeah.
razor blades in it.
And it was
to
like this-
dispose of later at a proper
The
time.
slidey glass
I'm
didn't
like, "Were
really.
there cokeheads in here? What the hell?
The slidey glass didn't really slide anymore, and it was like yellowed. Like, it was just old. So I was like, I looked at Dan one day and I was like, I need to do something. I think if we look at each other like all day, every day for 2 weeks, one of us is going to be dead.
Yeah.
So I need to do something. And so I did. I was like, fuck this. Like, I feel like there's enough YouTubing that I can do that. And it's only 24 square feet. Like, it's very tiny. It's literally a toilet paper holder, and a sink. Like, that's it.
You bring up an interesting point, which is like a reoccurring thing on the show. Is a lot of people bring up COVID as like the
Yeah.
reason why they started doing something. And wow, what a weird time to live. Like, looking back now and remember the first we got grounded for 2 weeks as a nation.
Right.
They're like everybody, like Trump came on. He's like, we're sitting it out.
Right. Right.
You're grounded.
Right. Like we did our, wine with DeWine, every day. And
Oh, yeah.
because that's what we did.
Yeah.
But like in the morning I would get up once we were both up, I'd start going in there and destroying things. Taking out that carpet was the happiest day of my life. I've never, ever been as happy as I was that day.
So just establish this. You're novice.
Oh,
like,
I had no fucking idea what I was
you
doing.
tinkered around, you fucked around with some shit, but this is like you're just, hey, we're here. I'm learning.
Yeah.
It was her first full time leaning into it, and she leaned into it hard.
Yeah.
All right. So Big Dan, what about you, man? Like, did you have any kind of like construction type stuff before this or anything?
Little tiny stuff like just side jobs, helping friends with whatever to get paid, but nothing ever really. I wasn't really that big into any kind of carpentry or remodeling anything. And in fact, when she started that, I was like, well, good luck, because I don't know shit about it.
Yeah.
I don't know a damn thing. But it actually, with the whole COVID side of it, did actually help our relationship because she had something to get away from me for during that whole lockdown. Instead of sitting and having to be right together all the time, because I didn't know what I was doing, I was like, well, that's your project. Go ahead, go work on it.
Also,
And it gave
24
us the
square
space.
feet. Like there's not two people in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
you can't
it's
get-
not a thing. You'd be lucky to have somebody peeing and brushing their teeth at the same, like with two people in there
Yeah.
at the same time. Like but you have that stage build knowledge, which I think is super helpful.
It helped with the electric. Like I know how to do electric. I can replace outlets. I can do some wiring, but that comes from all of my knowledge from my jobs. Every job I've ever had, I've had to do some kind of wiring. Even as a cook, like when you're a chef in a really busy kitchen, you're kind of more of a multi-purpose person. You do a little bit of everything.
Whatever's in
Right.
the kitchen, you're doing.
If it needs to be done, you're going to do it, because if it doesn't get done, nothing else does.
Shit's fucked, bro.
They're right. Yeah, shit rolls downhill. You can't solve this problem. That's going to cause all
Right.
these other problems. So I've learned how to put out smaller fires, but never anything like the project that she took on with that small bathroom. I've had help friends do drywall mudding, hang drywall, paint, that kind of crap. But nothing to the level like she put a penny floor in by herself and did it by watching YouTube videos. Like, she literally put that whole remodel together through YouTube videos and watching that and just asking the few friends of ours that did know stuff.
Oh yeah, that was what made it a lot easier, is because I knew I had a network of people that have different levels of knowledge, whether it be plumbing, electric, whatever. In fact, my friend Paul, he is our maintenance guy at the spa, and I'd call him up and be like, look, I'm facing this situation, and he'd be like, oh, that's super easy, do this, and I'm like, that seems way more simple than I thought,
All right, two things. One, I'm with you, Dan, on entering into this situation where I've never done like a bunch of construction work. I've done like jobs like working for the state or like the county or the city, where I
Right.
was like doing like yard work stuff and like construct. Like I helped like build a bridge one summer. But I always
That
had,
sounds fun.
It was pretty fun because I had dudes that were telling me what to do. Like, and if you tell me what to do, I can do it. Like, show me, like, my top two learning styles are video and just show me how to do it and let
Right.
me do it.
Yeah.
And I'll figure it out and I'll
Right.
get it done. But I'm not like a self-starter normally when it comes to construction stuff or like projects. I'm always like, oh man, I'm going to fuck this up. I don't know what I'm doing. And,
Right.
so I had minimal skills, but I kind of shied away from it. And then two, what you're saying about like knowing maintenance guys, those guys are worth their fucking weight in gold, man.
Yeah,
They're goddamn
right?
wizards. Like guys that can like people that can work in maintenance stuff, or people that can work on cars, carpenters.
Oh, car people are my I wish.
Plumbers, electricians, all those people
Yeah.
fascinate me. Cooks, because
Yeah.
these are all skills I don't have and I'm not good at. And it's like when people ask me like how to draw, and I'm like, oh, it's easy,
Right.
and they're like, I don't know how that works, or like to try to explain try to explain my job as an instructional designer to somebody, and they're like,
Right.
I don't even know how to begin. I'm like, oh, it's not,
It's
just
not
kinda
that hard, you
yeah.
know,
So, but on the flip of it, when I meet people that can do this, I'm just
Right.
always blown away by it. And
Yeah.
the amount of knowledge those people have is just insane.
Oh, 100%. And it's not just like I super appreciate those that are in the actual trades, like individual trades. What I super respect even more than that is kind of like the actual handyman. You know what I mean? Like they
Yeah,
have
that
a
knows how to
little
do a
bit of
little bit of
knowledge of
everything.
everything. And yeah, please. A little bit of knowledge of everything, and then have the connections to get the answers that they don't. You know what I mean? And that's like I love the fact that I have people like that in my life. It's made my poor choices and irrational decisions a lot easier to manage because I am the queen of knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah, you get an idea in your head, you're going to get up and run with it. But I think that's like something like you said, we're saying too, like part of my talent with these projects is I do know a little bit of everybody. I know someone that does just about everything. And I can find someone that if I can't do it, I know one of my friends who does. Like I have some of the most talented people, that I've ever met in my entire life. I consider family friends. So when we come across projects, like when we started this big remodel back here, we came across some problems. I looked at it. I know enough about electric to make myself dangerous.
Right.
Like I said, I could change outlets. I could change light bulbs, the sockets and everything. But when we started this, I looked at stuff and I was like, oh, this is crazy. We need to call somebody because this is not a YouTube video. This is,
Yeah.
to me, I'm starting to get up to where April is, where I know what I am capable of. And I know when it's time to call it.
When you got to call somebody else in.
Yeah, throw in the towel and be like, this is somebody else's realm, not mine.
Well, and I think that's an important thing to realize because because with home improvement projects, you can get yourself into a bad spot where you can't hit the undo button.
Right, and quickly.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
We learned that last year.
Well, last year for her birthday, your birthday, once again. So it seems to be a recurring theme in our relationship.
Things that April wants for her birthday. It's all stupid.
Last year, it was coming up on her birthday, and I was like, so what do you want to do for your birthday? What's up? What are we going to plan? And she's like, I want you to find a dumpster. You need to get us a dumpster for my birthday. And I'm like, is this a joke?
How am I going to
You
get a
want
bow?
fat ass
How am I
or
going to get
what?
a bow on this thing?
Right? Like,
Well, all you got to do is find a red one.
Yeah, no, it's like the fucking car commercials at Christmas,
Right.
Where some asshole gives his wife a Lexus unprompted.
Right.
It's just
Who the
like,
fuck does
and
that
I-
anyway?
dude,
do people just shit money?
I guess. I
Okay.
mean, I feel like that's one of those deals where you cheat on your wife and you really got to make this up so you're not paying for a divorce.
100.
So-
Selma Hayek or whoever, her husband cheats on her, he has to give her like $250,000.
I have no idea.
mean,
Michael, whatever, the guy, Douglas.
Good
Whoever
pre.
he's married to.
Oh,
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
There it
That's
is.
it. Yeah, the guy that said he got throat cancer from. Never mind.
sorry, shit.
What a
Damn it.
What a boss way to say you got cancer.
Right?
Right.
Like, if there's a way to break it.
Oh, sorry, guys. Got a bit of a cough. I've been eating so much pussy today.
I got a pube in my throat.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
One of those pubes got lodged in there and caused cancer.
You know how it is, guys. Just all this box
I'm just floating in it.
that me, actor Michael Douglas, is eating. Oh shit.
Shit.
So yeah, but I really do. I think that's what these commercials are. Like somebody fucked up with the babysitter, and then they're like, "Well, a divorce plus child support is going to
That's
cost me at
true.
least $250,000.
Right.
I'll just give her $80,000 today, and I'm coming out ahead."
Right.
Right.
I can make payments on it.
Yeah.
It'll be paid off in 5
Yeah.
years. I can still fuck my broad on the side.
Who
You
was
know,
the,
whatever.
the one basketball player?
Which one?
I can't.
I don't
I
know.
can't remember
You're
his name.
talking
But
about
one of
basketball.
them, he got caught cheating, and
Oh, I don't
next you
think
know,
we
his
could
wife
talk-
got like a $6 million ring on her
Wasn't that
finger.
wasn't that Kobe Bryant? I feel like we
think that
can't
may
talk
have
about
been.
that. I feel like it's too soon.
he's dead. He can't sue you.
Shh. We can't talk about that. It's too soon, man.
Oh shit. That's awesome.
At least it wasn't on a helicopter.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's harsh. Harsh, man.
All right, so
Oh, my face hurts.
so when you we're
Okay,
in
sorry.
COVID. You
Yes.
decided to redo the bathroom.
Yes.
What was your plan of attack? Like, did you go watch stuff on Did you look up stuff on Pinterest, or did you like just start? Like, did you draw up blueprints? Were you
No,
like, how did you figure this thing out?
So after I got the carpet out, and I started because I had to get the vanity out to get the carpet out. Was it underneath it?
So you started ripping shit out before there was a plan. You were like, this motherfucker's got to go.
Yeah, and
This is why I smoke so much weed. This right here is why I smoke so much weed.
Because of this.
She started this project. I'm like, I wake up and I'm like, what the hell is all that noise? I'm like, oh shit! And I go over there. She's like, sick. The night before we were drinking, had a fire in the front yard. She's like, I'm gonna start tearing up the bathroom tomorrow. I was like, she's wasted. It won't happen. Wake up the next morning and I hear screaming and yelling. I'm like, oh shit! I go flying in the bathroom. There she is, ripping up carpet. I'm like, do you know what you're doing? Nope.
Nope.
Do you care?
Nope.
Hey,
All
honey,
right.
you know that authors write the end of the book first, right? Like,
No, I just it had been bugging me for so long, and Ants in the Pants. April happened.
you get antsy in the pants.
I am so Ants in the Pants.
She
It's
needs
so
her
bad.
face on that game.
Yeah, she really does.
So yeah, so like we had the conversation. He okayed it at that point,
I was drunk.
regardless of inebriation levels. An approval was received, and so
I don't think you understand how consent works, but go on.
Right. Me too, April.
Also, I'm the worst. So anyway, no, I just decided to do it, and I figured because destruction is always easier than the rebuild, right?
Right.
Oh yeah.
And I learned that very quickly.
Very quick. And it's fun.
It's so fun. I
the
get
best
to
part of
It's
it.
the
I
best
could just
part.
like destroy shit. Like,
You just get to break shit.
yeah, it's amazing.
It's like having your own, what is it, destruction room or whatever?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
where you gotta pay
rage room.
Yeah, the rage room where you pay like $50 to fucking hit a VCR with a Louisville Slugger. Like, come on.
Didn't have to. I had a bathroom for that.
That's another reason why these projects around here is pretty good for the therapy.
Yeah.
'Cause you can get to tear
You
shit
just
up.
tear shit up. So yeah, so anyway, I just started tearing shit out. I took the toilet out and I took the vanity out. I had to figure out how to take a toilet out. Like I had reseated a toilet before, but I'd never like had to take it
Like,
very far.
unfold it and-
Well, I've done that.
Okay.
But then like, now you've got a sewer pipe.
Oh.
What the fuck am I going to do with that? Because it smells bad.
Ugh.
It does not
Yeah.
smell good.
YouTube videos don't ever tell you need to put a towel or something.
Well,
I was going to say,
they-
is there like a cap or something?
No, you just put towels in it.
You can just put a towel down in there.
They
It
do
doesn't-
now tell you that, but I had to like text my buddy like, does shit need to not go down? I mean, not actual shit, but like, should I prevent
There's
like
no
my
toilet. Can I still poop?
destruction?
Can I treat this like a Chinese toilet where I just like pop a squat on top
pile
and
squat.
just do my thing?
No, but like I had to find out from him like, do I need to make sure none of the construction materials go in there, and like what should I
Yeah.
do to prevent that? And he was like, just shove some towels in there because you don't want to smell that shit anyway. And I'm like, oh yeah,
Smart.
super smart, bro.
Smart.
I mean, really, it's not rocket science, but I didn't think of that.
It's not rocket science. It's plumbing
It
science.
is plumbing.
So then, I took the vanity out, and I hated that vanity so much because it was like chintzy, like plasticky grossness. And
They
so
weren't even real mirrors.
yeah,
They
like
were
I
plastic
chucked
with a
all of
silver
it.
reflective coating on them. They were so old. Oh, I think.
But
the
then
bathroom
there was
terrible.
that backsplash tile kind of stuff, and I started taking that off, and they put it up with like grout instead of just like liquid nails, which was weird to me. And so now I'm looking at this very uneven surface off on the drywall of the room. And now I'm lost because now I've done something that I don't know what to do. So I hit my buddy up and he was like, well, you can try and sand it down. I don't suggest that because your house is so old that it could have some kind of an asbestos kind of thing in it. So I'm like, cool. So what's my other option? So I just actually ended up, I kind of mudded it a little bit, but I was horrible at it. And then I got peel and stick tiles to put up in its place. When I went to put the peel and stick tiles up, I didn't put anything underneath it, and they just like fell off the next morning. And I was like, "What in the fuck, dude? Like, why am I
You
doing?"
would have thought somebody had died.
I was like,
she woke up, walked in there. I was still asleep in that room, like the room adjacent to that bathroom, and I hear, "Oh!" like Charlie Brown screaming at Lucy or whatever. I was
Yeah.
like, "Whoa! Ah!" She flew out of bed. I'm like, "What's going on?" She's like, "The tile's on the floor." Oh hell! I'm going back to bed.
So you're learning on the job at this point.
I am, and like, I looked on YouTube. I did my YouTube thing, and I was like, okay, there's got to be a way to make these peel and stick tiles work. And so, they suggest using a stupid hair dryer and loosening the adhesive and then sticking it on there. Yeah, that lasts for about 2 hours. So I hit up my buddy, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And he's like, just go and get yourself some mastic. And I was like, I don't even know what that is. So I went to Lowe's. He sent me a picture of it. I went to Lowe's and I did that. And this stuff was really weird and I didn't really know what I was doing. But man, did that shit stay. And
Finally.
It stays now and it never moves and it's gorgeous. And yeah, so like I just kind of learn as I go. Like I leveled the concrete slab a little bit because we're on a slab. We don't have a basement, so I can't fix anything from under my house. Everything has to be through the floor. So I leveled a little bit of the concrete, not well. If you pay attention when you walk in that bathroom, you can kind of feel the plywood move. It's fine.
It moves a little.
It's fine, no big deal.
It's okay.
All right.
But then I put the plywood down and I painted that and then I decided to do my penny floor, which I had always wanted to do something with pennies.
Where did you get the idea of the penny floor from?
I have no idea. Like I don't. Was it Bossy Girl maybe?
Bossy Girl.
Yeah.
We
So
went into Bossy Girl, a bar here. You know Bossy Girl.
I did not know. But
Bossy Girl's a
Burlesque.
burlesque bar here
Yeah.
in Columbus.
Oh, Bossy Girl.
And the two ladies who opened it put in a penny floor
Holy shit.
on the entire bar.
it was huge and the
It's
nightmares.
massive.
Yeah.
Like I think there's over $1,000 just on the front bar area of
Holy
pennies.
shit.
There's pennies, and they,
Mm-hmm.
and the one area, I think it's the back bar area. One of the areas, they made sure all the pennies are all facing the same way too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck all that.
Yeah.
I'm not
Like,
doing that
there's
shit.
there's no way I could
Hell
do that.
no.
Make sure they're all heads up, like hundreds and thousands of them, and
I like that attention to detail. I really do.
I do too.
I like that attention to detail. But there's not enough weed in the world for me to do that.
Have you?
Like, there's not.
If
I
you
know.
if you have never laid anything with pennies
Mm-hmm.
on a floor, you don't know. That shit is bullshit. Like my idea was dumb, and it was 24 square feet.
Not even 15, 20 minutes into starting the floor penny part for her, she comes out and looks at me and she's like, "This was a terrible idea.
This was the worst
She's
idea.
like, pack a bowl.
With-
'Cause I need to get more high.
I need beer. I need weed.
Would
and I
quarters have
need-
been better?
Oh God.
Not much. Because they're not that
Actually, I think quarters would have been better. So
infinitely more expensive though, because as it is, the penny floor was still like.
Well,
Very on budget. It's good. It's on budget.
I spent 60. Well, that was the other problem. Is it's the pandemic. Nothing's open.
And no one had any change during the pandemic for some reason.
No one had change.
Why did no one have change? Did banks have change?
Well, nobody was using cash.
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah,
Yes.
because
you had to pre-order and delivery,
Right.
everything.
So I thought, because I'd been saving pennies for a very long time with this whole dream in mind, I thought for sure that I had enough pennies for this floor. I got not even quarter of the way through. And it was, I had no more pennies. So I had to call the bank to see if they had a lobby situation and to see if they had pennies.
Hi, you
I
have
know,
pennies.
I know I'm grounded by Mike DeWine, but can I get some pennies?
Can you get some pennies?
Right. I promised to wear a mask,
Yeah.
all of this stuff. So I go in there.
Well, and I do have to wonder, especially like talking about the Bossy Girl bar having all these pennies. How many pennies are floating out there in circulation? Because I never use pennies. And I get pissed when I get them because I'm just like, the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
I know, right? And I kind of have an aversion to them now. So anytime I pay with cash, which is not very often, I ask them to not give me the pennies because I just don't want them.
Yeah, just put them right. put them in the Nita.
Take one.
Yeah, the
Nita,
change
take
cup.
up,
Yeah, put it right there.
So that floor in there has $60 worth of pennies.
That's
so
a good
for
investment.
the math is 6,000 pennies.
My favorite part of that though was the once I was with you, we were going to go out and have drinks for happy hour. I was like, oh yeah, the bar we were going to was cash only. I was like, oh yeah, so we'll stop at the ATM. And she pulls in to ATM right next to the bar, pulls out cash, and she's like, oh shit, I got to go through the drive-thru and actually talk to a teller. And I was like, what the hell? I thought we were just going to happy hour. What's all this? Oh, I need to get more pennies. I'm like, God damn it.
It's awful.
It tells the lady at the drive-thru, she's like, I need $10 in pennies, and sends her a $10 bill that she just got out of the ATM.
I had to go inside because you can't do that.
That's right.
So anyway, so that floor is 6,000 pennies. And when I first started, I was like, I'm just going to Elmer glue each of these to the floor.
Okay, solid plan.
No, it's not. You put a daub of glue on every penny and then set it down.
Is the Elmer's glue adhesive enough to hold it?
It is because I epoxied
You epoxy
over
the top of it, okay.
So, and the reason I had to use Elmer's is because it's not heat sensitive.
Ooh.
Because epoxy, when you mix it, creates a heat level. So if I use like a hot glue gun, they would have immediately become fluid.
Whoa.
Right. So like,
I didn't know that either.
Shit, I did not know.
Thanks,
she found all this
YouTube.
out. Yep.
Thanks, YouTube.
Wow.
So-
can you imagine being the poor son of a bitch that had to discover that?
Right?
You're like, whew, that's done.
Yay! And then you put the epoxy on it, and they just go.
Yeah. And
Well,
you're like,
the epoxy's not cheap. All the time you put into the pennies, and now you've got hundreds and thousands, like, just shit swimming everywhere.
So I then learned put a line of glue because you don't need a ton of it. You just need it to kind of
Just to
adhere
place and hold.
to the plywood. I painted the plywood gray so it almost looks like grout. So it wasn't, there weren't bare areas. So I got through all that and I kind of outlined where my toilet is and where my vanity is, and I completely fucked those measurements up. So don't look real close because there are just gray spaces.
Yeah.
Because whatever, it's totally fine. I don't give a shit. First improvement project ever.
First time.
So anyway, so then once I got all the pennies down, which killed my knees, like I had one of those like garden pads.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, were you wearing like the were you wearing the volleyball?
I did
knee
not.
pads?
I just had like a garden like foam pad that I used. And a lot of times my knees would get tired and so would my arms. So I'd sit on my butt too. And the entire time Days of Our Lives is happening on the bedroom TV because that's what it was either Days of Our Lives or my podcast, one or the other, but more
Usually
Days of Our Lives.
Have engineers figured out a way to improve like the shitty knee situation of people that have to work on their hands and knees?
I don't know.
No. They have. I know drywall guys that do it professionally.
yeah.
And they have to wear knee pads.
And
they usually wear them that go all the way down to almost down to their ankles.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a catcher's like
Almost.
setup.
Almost, but the knee
Yeah.
pad part of it, you can literally jump. I've seen these guys; they just jump down right onto their knees, and it doesn't even bother
Yeah.
them.
They're like, it's cool.
But after years of already doing it, their knees are already bad anyway, so it doesn't really matter how
Right.
good the safety gear is.
But with like, with the budget I was working with, I wasn't going to go buy knee pads. Like this is the only project I'm ever going to do. Why am I going to, whatever.
Yeah, fuck my knees.
Yeah, fuck my knees.
Don't need these things.
So anyway, I get all the pennies laid and I was really excited about it. And so then we ordered the epoxy and it was theme right before my birthday. And so I ordered the epoxy from this company that was a bit overpriced, but I felt comfortable with their product because they said it was like self-leveling, kind of foolproof. You just have to like pay attention to the times of the mixing and stuff. Dan is an excellent timer.
I know how to read a watch.
Well,
He's real good at it.
professional chef.
Right? Right.
Like this man can watch a clock.
He can
I
watch
know
a
how to
clock.
watch a clock.
So I start pouring. I had bought what I thought was enough. And I start pouring and I do the float coat and let that cure for a day. And then I go through and we're doing the flood coat that goes on the top. So you have to do the first one so it can settle into all the nooks and crannies. And then you do like a top coat. It's like nails, base coat, top coat. So why am I saying that to you like you even know? Anyway.
Well, somebody listening might know.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So somebody listening is like, oh yeah.
So so I get through and I'm starting to do the second coat and I'm like moving right along. Everything's great. And then all of a sudden, I don't have any more epoxy.
That's a problem.
And I didn't finish the floor. I was like
It was so
3 to
close
4
done.
inches shy from the door.
Oh, so what the fuck do you do in this situation?
So I call the company and I'm like, hey, also P.S. Memorial Day weekend on a Friday. And at like 4:00 in the afternoon. And I
Yep.
call the company and I'm like, hey, I don't know what to do. blah, blah, blah. Well, you should have called us to let us know what your situation was, and we would have told you the exact amount that you should order. And I was like, cool, but I didn't.
Cool, but here we are.
Yeah.
Like,
we're here. Can we fix this?
I am willing to pay for an overnight situation for me to do this first thing in the morning, even though it's probably going to be questionable. He's like, oh, no, you got to let that shit sit for 3 days.
Listen, dude, I'm trying to build a fucking penny floor, not a DeLorean. We can't
Right?
go back in time. We're here now.
Right.
What are
Here
my
we are. What the
options?
fuck am I going to do?
We're here. How can we
Right.
fix this?
And so he's like, well, I can't get it to you until at least Tuesday because it was Friday of Memorial Day weekend. And he said, and that's if I can get if there's anybody left in my shipping center.
Oof.
And so I was like, fuck it, whatever. Waited the full time, let it cure for the 3 days, and then I poured the entire thing again. So I paid twice for that floor is very expensive for my own personal mistakes.
For your personal mistake, but if you'd had a professional do it,
Yeah.
that floor would have been
It would have been
3 times the amount.
I
easily.
agree, and I did struggle about it. And it was fun. I actually very much. I had to like build Tyvek tape dams to keep it from going places, so that was kind of fun.
Oh yeah, in the doorway where it hit the carpet.
And I think what you're hitting upon is the reality of anytime you take on something new, you're going to fuck up.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Well, it's making mistakes that
Yeah.
makes it fun, actually, for me, because you learn. If you can't learn from your mistakes, why are you doing anything?
Right.
yeah. Well, that's how you get better at anything. is
Right.
Right,
You
yeah.
got to fuck up.
right.
Right.
To gain a skill, to level up a skill, you must fuck up.
Yeah.
Because the only way you learn and get better is through fucking up. All right, we're back. So we experienced the dogs took out the mics. April took out the mic. I fucking just had a write error where
It's been a great day.
like all of a sudden the podcast just came to a wheeling halt of death and destruction.
It happens.
Yeah, but we're back up. Okay, we're back into this. So let's talk about this. So where do you go for tools? Like, did you have stuff already? Dan, did you
Oh,
bring
God,
stuff?
no.
Did you bring stuff with you? Like, how did you guys start amassing tools and where?
I didn't bring any tools. I'm actually, for lack of a better term, not a guy's guy. I don't have a toolbox. I've never had it. And to this day, I still don't have a toolbox. We have tools for the house.
I'm not
We
a
have
guy's
tools-
guy. I don't go fishing.
I don't.
He doesn't.
I don't go fishing. I don't hunt.
I
have a
don't wear
toolbox.
camouflage.
He does. He did have some flips that finally
I had
died.
camouflage flips. The ones that I wore at your house that she was so mad about, they finally died.
Yay!
That was the only camouflage thing I've ever owned. I mean, I have chef knives from hell, but I don't have tools per se.
His chef knives are his tools. Like,
Yeah,
and that's
they're
important.
my guilty pleasure of spending money
Right.
on.
I've never jumped a fire on a 4-wheeler. Like, just not a man's man.
Well, actually,
Okay,
I've never
well,
done
fair
that.
enough.
And we had tools in the house that were just here. Like this house is.
There were random tools that
Yeah.
your grandfather left here, and other
Right.
people had stolen half of that set. Like it was the wrench, but not the socket. It was the screwdriver, but not all of
the
the
bits.
screwdrivers.
Classic, yeah.
It was
You
just
know.
like a half-ass thrown together toolbox that was just shoved into a corner.
Yeah.
So when I
Break glass in case of you need screwdriver.
exactly, and like when I started doing the bathroom, like it was more of that, like, hey Paul, what's the best tool for this job? And he would tell me, and I go pick it up. So I just started like amassing a little bit at a time. If there was anything that was like an expensive piece of equipment that he didn't think I would need more than for this project, he'd just come over or let me borrow it or whatever. And which, the other part is I have a high school friend, Mary Kay. She and I were tool buddies. So we'd call each other and be like, hey, do you have this tool? Because we both like to just destroy our homes and live in chaos. And if I said no, she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go buy it. And now we have it.
Oh,
So, kind of a tool. It's like a tool library, but a tool buddy.
A tool community.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, that's kind of how I started. And then like 1 year for my birthday, the spa actually got me a Sawzall, which I thought was like the best gift ever. I almost cried. I was
the hell out of
we
that
used the
thing.
hell out of that shit. Paul had given me tools over time. He's like, I don't use this anymore. I have a battery operated version. So just fucking take this. And I'm like, yes, sir. I shall.
It also helps though that your other Zen place beside the kitchen is Lowe's.
Yes, I love Lowe's so much.
Unlike some, like, your stereotypical, you picture, like, you see shit on social media all the time. Women are like, I hate going to Lowe's because dudes are always up my ass. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I've gone to Lowe's with April, and she's just like, nope, got it. I know more than you do, bro. And she's like, right for the area, right where the product we need to find is, and it's her other zen place.
It's almost like a
shopping at
puzzle
Lowe's.
too, because like there's things in there that like I have this part and I know what I need and I know what aisle it's in, and can I find it? And then can I match it up exactly? It's just kind of like a
Where's
fun
Waldo, but
game.
with tools?
The people watching in Lowe's is just great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Because it's like white guys in fucking like We the People hoodies, and then like there's always like a 50-year-old black dude there on the Bluetooth who
Yes.
is like yelling in the
Yelling.
Bluetooth while he's like looking for shit in the aisle.
And then
Yeah.
the 80-year-old ladies in the garden center.
Yeah,
And
always.
I fucking love all of those people.
Yeah. Oh, the garden center is hell right now. I went there the other day and I got stuck behind some like normie lady that was just totally confused. Like she was pushing 2 carts, taking up both, and then she just stopped and she looked at me and she was like, "Do you want to go buy?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah, I do.
I really do right now."
As a
May
matter
I?
of fact.
Yeah, this is what are you doing?
I have one thing, thanks.
Yeah, and then the people that bring their dog, like,
Oh,
like
I brought Grayson once. He was not a fan of the cart, but
that's like a whole thing now. Is like people going to home improvement stores with their dogs. I don't know who started this trend, but it's everywhere.
well,
It's everywhere to the point that I use a thing here called Nextdoor app, and I was on there one day and I looked, and this lady was the epitome of a Karen. She's bitching about her.
Pissed.
She was bitching about our local Lowe's store had a stack of area carpets by the front door, but they were already discounted for whatever reason. And she walked up and she couldn't see why, but there was a large group of people around this stack of carpets. And it had turned out that some guy had brought his German Shepherd in, and the dog was up on the carpet rolling around and just like having fun doing dog shit on the carpets.
Well,
and
not
this lady's
literal
on this
shit.
app bitching about the dog at Lowe's ruining the carpets, and is the manager now going to discount these carpets because they've been rolled around by a dog previously? And I'm like, you have that much free time on your hand?
Right.
Yeah, to
You
really
need
think
something
this
other
over.
than Lowe's to occupy, like home improvement to occupy
I
your
super
time.
love going to Lowe's and seeing a dog because then I'm like, oh, I get to pet a dog and be in my zen place.
Remember the guy with the pregnant pitty?
Oh yeah.
We were at Lowe's one time, saw a guy with a pregnant pitty, and it turned out he was like one of those solid pit owners. Like, oh no, we're taking care of all these puppies. They're going to stay in the family. Like, and we got to go to Lowe's and her zen place. I got to watch her have fun, and I got to see a fucking really cool pitty. It was awesome.
That's a good time. I like that. Like when you, whenever I go to Lowe's, I always think this would be a good place for the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, for sure.
like every time I go to Lowe's, I'm like, they just got everything you need,
Only
Everything.
beaten by Menards
Oh.
because they have food.
and you can save big
Costco.
money there.
Costco.
Costco.
Well, but there's not as many tools for weapons.
Yeah, there are. There's plenty.
Menards is where it's at because they have just enough food, like not proteins. You're not going to get like fucking butcher meats or shit.
Survive
but-
the apocalypse at Menards,
Totally.
I still think Costco's better. They can't get in without a membership.
and they have hot
true.
dogs on the
and
cheap.
they have hot
They
dogs.
have hot dogs.
Yeah, but no. So like, I just my biggest my most favorite purchase this year was I upgraded my drill to be battery powered with a light, and I love it so much. It makes me so happy, and I got it on super cheap. So
I remember the day you got it. It was actually really funny. She comes.
Was it
she
near her
looks-
birthday?
no, it was in
Surprisingly,
January.
it was not her
It was
birthday.
right after Christmas because it was
Actually,
the
it was
post
birthday.
Christmas
No, it was
sales.
birthday money.
It was Christmas money.
Oh, was it Christmas
Yeah,
money?
it was Christmas money.
She looks at me though. She's like, "I'm gonna go to Lowe's." I'm like, "Okay, shocking. Okay,
Sure.
You'll be back in a bit."
Hey, babe, do you want to go with me? Don't. Yay, he's not going.
I'm going to Lowe's. I'm going to the dispensary. Yes, we know.
Yes.
This is
Right. Exactly. These are things that happen.
everything tracks. Yes.
Right. She leaves for Lowe's and she comes back with it and she literally puts it on our back counter and she's pulling it out and she's showing me all the little pieces and all the different features and stuff. And I'm like, yes, April, I know what a screw gun is. I've seen these before. Yeah, I know it does
We
that too.
used these
That's
for the
awesome.
last year.
And then she looks at me, she holds it up, she starts ring, ring, revving it up like it's like a guitar
It
or
was so
somebody
great.
like playing with a toy. And she just looks at me and goes, now I need something to do. And her eyes light up. And I was like, why does this look like young Frankenstein?
And there were
Like,
shelves that needed hung at the spa the next day.
Let me ask you a question. When you pick up a tool, do you admire the heft of it?
I do.
Okay, so
Hence why she has such a big boyfriend.
Yes, well, and this also explains like some things. So this is something I learned when I had Crass on the show, and I handed her my podcast mics, and she looked at it, and she looked at me, and she's like, "Oh, you want me to say it's good because it's heavy?" And I was like, yeah, I mean,
well, duh.
And she's like, that's men. She was like, whenever you, she's like, you figure out how much something is worth by the weight of it.
Yeah.
And I was
or
that's
the
true.
lack of weight on it.
Yeah,
because
it depends,
if I'm
it depends
having
on
a
what it is.
drill,
Yeah.
I don't want it to be heavy.
Yeah.
Because I've got to use it a lot.
It needs to be substantial enough.
Yeah, like I need to know I'm holding it.
Yes, I like a light TV.
Yeah,
like I like
exactly.
when I grab flat screens now, and I'm like, oh, I can lift this.
Yeah, like our 70-inch. If it weren't awkward, I could totally
one
pick
person
it up
can
by
just grab it and
myself,
pick it up.
right?
Yeah.
Just like when I go to the dispensary, I don't want to buy a joint that doesn't look like it has any heft to it. I want that fat motherfucker.
If it's wiggly, it's not worth it.
Right?
Are you handing this out to people? Like,
Also-
hold it.
Hold it,
Women everywhere just know that if it's wiggly, it's not worth it.
This podcast brought to you by Hims. That's right, Hims.
That's him.
All right, so Lowe's is the happy place for both tools and materials. Like if you need some shit, we're going to Lowe's.
And I'm always coming home with a plant.
Always comes home with a plan.
Always got a plant?
Always.
That's why we have a rule now that when she goes to Lowe's, I have to tell her I'm like, it's an okay time to go to the garden section. You're going for a tool, just a tool. Don't go to the garden section. We have to have these rules and these boundaries. Otherwise, our house would not have any.
It would just be plants.
It would be solidly plants.
Yeah.
I'm living that right now.
I know you are.
My house is like an indoor jungle.
In fact, I texted your wife yesterday, it was yesterday, and I said, "Hey, are you in the market for any plants? Because I've got a bunch of babies going, and I can send them home with your husband." She said, "Sadly, no. She's out of space." So she has way more willpower than I do.
Wife, turn this episode off right now. Just hold on 1 second. You did not hear this. I actually do kind of like that the house is kind of like all green and stuff, and it's nice. But man, there's just so many of them.
There's so many. I love it.
I gotta admit, when I was a dude by myself before her and I got together, if I had a plant, it better be weed. If it doesn't give me a buzz, I'm not growing it. And then we got together. Now there's like you can see it. There's plants everywhere in this house.
I mean, this is the thing.
I love it.
Like when you're a dude, you don't have plants. You like at best you have posters taped to the wall with fucking masking tape. Like that.
Empty
if
liquor
you're
bottles
lucky-
decorating the wall.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it's sticky tack because you're classy.
That's right. You are. Yeah. You're like, I might reuse this later.
And you hope that the greasiness of it doesn't show through the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, like when you stop using Chinese takeout boxes as ashtrays, that's when, as a single guy, that's when
Dude, you have graduated,
graduated
to adulthood.
Now, hi, I'm an adult. And then you live with the woman, you're like, there's fucking plants now? What the fuck's going on?
I know,
here?
and then you love it, right?
Yeah, well, it is.
I
Yeah.
think we
I'll never
graduated to
tell her.
adulthood when we stopped using Chinese containers and actually bought Tupperware.
I know, we bought real stuff.
We bought Tupperware, and I was like, now we're growing up.
Now
we
we're
don't use
growing up.
Chinese to-go containers anymore for everything.
Yeah.
All right. So the bulk of what you're learning is through YouTube University.
YouTube and my friends.
Yeah. YouTube is big for me. That's how I
Yeah.
learn everything in my house. I just, I go on YouTube, I look it up.
Yeah.
And that's my advice for anybody. Like, if you want to learn something, just go to YouTube. It's amazing the educational resource that YouTube is.
Fuck yeah. And I think it's undervalued.
It really
Not that I
is.
would ever promote anything like social media aspect-y. And I feel like YouTube
Aspect-y?
almost
That's not a word.
it is now. I feel like it's like social media adjacent. Because you don't have to interact with other people. Like, you can read the comments, or you can just watch the fucking video.
One of the
and
most
walk
viral
the fuck
comment
away.
threads in the world.
Right.
This is interesting because, yes.
Because I don't pay attention to that shit.
Yeah.
I watch the video and I'm happy, and then I've learned the thing, and then I walk away and everything's fine.
But the way I look at YouTube videos, if you're trying to learn something, you should read some of the comments. Because sometimes if you don't read the comments,
That's true.
You
I
won't
can
notice
see
that the guy
that.
that put this video. There's a lot of YouTube videos that show people what to do that are just to see if somebody's dumb enough to do what they're showing you how to do something.
But I also
It happened to me
don't
recently.
watch the.
Yeah,
I
it
don't.
happens a lot.
I don't trust the videos that don't at least give me a sped up version of the boring parts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't trust those. If you have to cut your video to start again because all the boring stuff happened, I don't trust you. I like this speed up version of like, laying all
You
of
want to
the
see A to
ground.
B without going
Yeah.
through all the other.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So what you're saying is you're like, you don't want to just have the person say, hey, I'm going to do this, and then they cut
And
out
then
the part
come
to actually
back.
do it, and then they come back and like, check that out.
Right,
You
fuck
want to
you,
have the
no.
sped up version where it's like, hey, here's me actually doing the labor to prove that this thing does happen.
Right.
Yeah, no, I think that's a smart thing to do. And
Yeah.
And Dan, to your point, like recently, I recently set up. I got a Blackstone griddle now, and I don't know fuck all about it, so I'm having to teach myself like how to cook on this.
Ooh,
thing.
he can help you with
I
that.
love those
He
things.
loves those things.
Yeah.
Well, I have questions. So going on YouTube, I was like looking how to clean it, and I watched this one guy's video. I got in the comments, people are like, "The fuck are you doing? Like, this is so wrong. Like, everything you're doing is dumb."
Right.
And it's the thing where it's just that can happen, where misinformation can get out there,
Right?
And because enough people look for it, and they popped this video up in the algorithm, and it's like, oh shit, like this can't exist. But I feel like that's kind of more the exception than the rule, because I do find that the majority of videos I look up on YouTube, I do find helpful.
Yeah.
And they definitely are able to educate me on things that I would never know about had I had this.
And sometimes it's just a matter of like they give you the answer to the part of the question that you had about it. You know what I mean? So you don't have to watch the whole video. It's like I just like with the tile that I did in the bathroom, like I couldn't figure out how to make it stick to the wall, and my buddy said just put some mastic up, and I was like, okay, and it worked. Like you will never find a YouTube video with that, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I have searched and searched and searched because I couldn't remember from when I did the bathroom to when I did the back room how I did it. Because it's been 3 years.
Right.
And I searched and searched and searched, and I couldn't find it at all. And so I finally just hit up my buddy, and I was like, remind me how to do this again. And he ran me through it, and I was like, yes, it's so fucking simple. But you'll never find, like, anybody that uses peel and stick, if you're going to use it on walls instead of a floor, use a mastic. Like, it's a pain in the balls. It's a lot more work than you need to do, but you never have to worry about those tiles moving again.
Well, it's a lot more work up front, but it has a bigger reward.
Yeah, it has a long-term goal. Yeah.
It's definitely worth the time.
For sure. For sure.
So you kind of hit on it earlier about the idea of like stuff that you don't do. Like, what don't you do? Like what is stuff for both of you? We're like, this is the bridge too far. I don't understand how this works.
Well, when I got the dumpster for the birthday and I tore out the entire back room because I had the drop ceiling and the wood paneling and it was all stupid and I hated it ever since I was a kid. Once we got everything down to bare bones, we were looking and we're like, oh, fuck, this is beyond us. Like, you have that really great idea and then you realize that you've dug a hole so deep that you might just get buried in it.
Yeah, we got all the paneling off the walls.
We were down to studs.
We took out the insulation, and like I said earlier, I know enough about electric to make me dangerous. And
Terrified of the podcast.
Yeah, she is. I love it. She like vacated the room immediately.
She heard the mic go on.
She's like, oh my god, somebody hit play or record or whatever the
not
button
wanting
is.
to be recorded is a sign of a serial killer.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Jess.
It's always the quiet ones.
You can't prove I was here.
I can't go to a second location with her ever.
I wouldn't call her quiet, though.
Oh, hey, listener, we got a fourth voice. Andy Worthless, a.k.a. Andrew Norris, showed up. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How's
How
it going?
you doing? Glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, so he's hanging out with us tonight. We're getting ready to go have wings and
Yes.
other side fixins here in a minute. Fixins. And yeah, man, so him and Jess popped by, so he's going to be sitting on the last half of this episode. So if you hear a fourth voice, that's who that is.
That's me.
All right, so let's jump back in. All right, well, actually, Andy, let's tag you into this conversation. So, do you know fuck all about construction or like home improvement projects or building things? Like what's your aptitude with tools?
Like a 2.
Okay.
I've done some stuff. I could do plumbing okay, but that's about it.
But not that plumbing, I assume.
Digging stuff up is not my forte.
No, mine either. That's why I hired a guy.
Digging up problems. That's my forte.
Finding debt. That's what I do.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Good at digging up bills.
All right, so we were talking before the break. We were talking about like shit that you don't do. what don't you fuck with? Like where is it like, this is too much. I'm not sure if we can make this happen.
Well, like when we started the remodel in this back room over here, we got the demolition done, and that wasn't a problem because demolition
It's
really
so fun.
does not take an IQ, not a high one at least.
No.
Like it's demolition. As long as you're not pulling out electric, you're good. Just rip it down, tear it up. You're throwing it away anyway. But then we got into it, and we were seeing things like the stuff I do know about electric. I was looking at the electric that was done here when this room was built. It was built by friends of her grandparents from the church.
Yeah.
Good people, not exactly who you want doing a
They
remodel.
might have been professionals, but not good ones.
They were professional fuck-ups is what they were.
Soul to the earth, trying to do the right thing, not really sure what they're doing, and they didn't have YouTube.
Right. And
No YouTube. Definitely no YouTube. Every electrical outlet in our house runs off of one circuit.
Pretty
And if you
much.
know anything about electric, that's just not
it's
right.
really
That's a
bad.
bad
I
idea.
It should be.
really-
It should be one room.
To be
per
honest,
circuit, not a whole house.
This house actually needs an electrician to like go. I need a bigger breaker box, but here we are.
We realized there was
We have
a problem.
bigger problems right now, and we can work around this minor electrical issues, which are not fire concerning.
It wasn't fire concerning, as she puts it, because we turned off every light in the house before we ran the microwave.
Also, our
That's
microwave
how bad
is
the electric
overpowered.
wiring is in this house.
Our
You
microwave
couldn't
is
have a light or
overpowered.
a fan on if you wanted to make microwave popcorn.
Our house is still knob and tube, like half knob and
shit.
tube.
Oh,
there are
I had
there
one
are
of
like
those.
Dude,
outlets on the floor that don't work anymore, and they like moved them to the wall next to the ones on the floor.
How did you buy your house? How did that pass inspection?
It's grandfathered in, I guess. I don't know.
It might be the area, yeah.
Yeah.
But I know those
built in
fuse boxes.
1920.
You can use pennies in the fuses.
Yeah.
You can pull the fuse out, put a penny in.
Yeah.
As long as it's copper.
I'm not doing that.
Also
I
agree.
didn't say I would do it either.
Wear
I said you
gloves?
can.
It's like licking that 9-volt battery. It's like a thing I could do, but I'm not gonna do.
Right.
That does sound like a very old timey thing. Like,
my mom was-
just put a penny in the slot.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
cigarettes are
Put a
good
penny
for
in
you.
the slot. Yeah. Totally. No,
Smoke 2 packs a day, and I'm just like a champion sprinter.
I'm really lucky though that my house is old, but it's not that old. You
Yeah.
know, like that whole knob and tube thing is that sounds like a
So
fucking nightmare.
1920 it was built, and that's definitely on the list of shit that needs done. But it's like low on the priority list.
Well, I mean, as long as
now.
you're not,
We just put a fence in, and back to your question, that was it for me. I was
Putting up a fence?
So Jess kept saying, "Oh, we could do it ourselves. We could we can replace our fence by ourselves." And
Sorry,
every time
Grayson
I'm
has
just
a
like,
heart
"Ooh,
murmur.
No, it's okay.
ooh, that sounds like back pain."
Yeah. Did you end up doing it, or did you hire?
No, we hired.
Yeah.
Did you hire Eddie?
No, a friend of ours had their fence
Gotcha.
done and recommended
Fair.
whatever, and it looks great. So
Yeah.
I do think there is, so that gets into the whole thing of like, what's the limit? That's definitely like a thing where it's like, look, I don't want this to be fucked up. I was the same way with our basement we remodeled. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not touching this. Somebody else can make this dream a reality, and they did. They did a great job. Like that's one of those
your
things where I'm like,
basement looks amazing.
I tap out and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna leave this to professionals. But I do want to hit upon like the idea of like updating homes because I do think that's an interesting thing. Is like, you know, as a country, we're not that old, and then our structures are not that old. You know, like 100 years, which sounds old, but then in the grand scheme of things, it's not.
It's not.
And so then like having to update shit to like come with compliance and code with a modern day.
Which is what we just did with our plumbing. Like we had the plumber guys come in because that is definitely jackhammering a slab is not in my wheelhouse. I'm not
Yeah.
comfortable with it. Like even when I was working on the half bath, I needed to put a new flange on before I could put the toilet down, and my buddy was like, hey, just all you got to do is, you know, pre-drill your holes in the concrete and then put the things in.
All
And
you
I
have
was
to do
like,
is pre-drill concrete.
all you have to have is $20,000 worth of tools.
all you have to do is drill concrete precisely next to a sewage pipe. And I was like, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Look-
And so I was like, do you want to come and do this for me? And he came over. It took him 10 minutes. I bought him a bottle of bourbon, called it a day.
Hell yeah.
Donezo. You know, like I will not drill concrete next to a sewer pipe. Like, that's a terrible idea.
But I will say, going back to our conversation earlier, how much fun it is to fuck shit up and deconstruct and break things.
Hundo.
How fun would it be to run a jackhammer? It's probably like one of those deals, like when you go to Las Vegas, you can like shoot a machine gun for like $50 for like
And
like
I would
30
love
shots.
to do that outside of my actual structure of my house. Like,
think
if I
we'd go
had
back
to...
to rage
You
room.
need a break room
Right.
with a
Which
jackhammer.
is my house. Like, that's what I do.
A rage,
Rage
room.
room, yeah,
Right.
that's it.
Again,
That's
Rage
it.
Room.
Rage
Again,
Room.
this is what this is.
More themes.
The
Yeah.
themes. But no, like, if I could
Birthdays
do
with
that
rage rooms.
outside of my house, I would 100% do that. I am not doing that next to a sewage pipe in my house. Like,
No.
I know that is not a skill I possess.
That's
Like,
definitely one of those things. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong quick.
Right. And
Well,
then
the guy
I've
was
got
ja-
shit in my house.
When the guy was jackhammering this afternoon or this morning, I was in the computer room. He's jackhammering. I'm sitting in my office in my chair, and I was like, "Ooh, this vibration tickles." That thing
Now
sounds
you
like
get
fun.
why ladies like the spin cycle.
Why are there not more lady jackhammers?
Right?
Oh, they are.
That's an
They just
excellent
don't like guys
question,
like us.
sir. Oh, the cheese has arrived.
Oh, it's fancy.
Fancy.
It's fancy.
But yeah, no, I won't. Like, I know where my limits are. Like, I'm willing to dick around with things that won't require me to hire a professional.
Right.
you
Or,
know?
and again, the whole idea of like, look, if I don't know how to do this, if I fuck this up, it's going to cost me more money to fix.
Correct.
And then do the right way.
Correct.
I totally get that. How do you approach decorating? Like, is this something that, because again, you're not a planner.
I let her do all of it.
You just dive in.
It just nod.
I'm kind of terrible at it. Like, we have 1, 2, 3 rooms in our house that is fucking purple. Like, and I can't like, there are only 3 colors that I see, and it's blue, green, and purple.
I guess you could start a Prince museum.
I
Right?
oh no, there's 4 because also gray. The office that I painted was probably the most quote crazy thing that I did, and I did it in like a brick red.
Ooh.
Which is nice, and it works well with the art that's in there.
Sometimes I wear khakis on the weekends too.
I know, right? But like as we were painting this back
So
room
Monday,
after the
Tuesday,
drywall
Wednesday.
went up, I was like, I don't like it. but I also don't have art up yet, so I don't know if I actually don't like it. It's just a lot of purple. I usually reach out to my friends that have a better eye at that than I do. I asked Dan for his opinions as well.
I was gonna say, Dan, do you
I have
know?
no opinions on this. I'm not stepping into that pool. I'm
happy
not doing
spouse,
that shit.
happy house.
My
We were
my key
working-
to decorating is Jess says, do you think this would look nice? And I'm like, I don't know. And then she buys it anyway. And I'm like, yeah, that did look nice.
Because it 9 times out of 10 does.
Yeah.
Same thing. April finally picked a paint color for this back room we were working on. We're painting it. She's doing some of the trim work. I'm painting 3/4 of the walls. I get done, and she's up on a ladder. She turns around, looks at me, and goes, "I don't know if I like this color." And I was like, "You fucking love this color." We're done with this room. You
Yeah,
love it. It's here.
it's
It's,
fine.
done.
It's-
We're not repainting this shit.
Painting is so much easier than the actual construction, though, that I was cool with it. You know,
Well,
like, I can live with
painting's
this
easy, but
color.
Picking a color to paint is the problem.
It is.
Our walls for so
Always.
long we had 30 samples of paint in our house at one point.
We
30 samples of paint. At
Yeah.
$5 a pop, I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot.
I had a lot of paint colors. It's fine.
Our walls look like a Escher painting. I don't know what the hell to call it. There were just colors and splotches everywhere. Which one of these do you like? I'm like, really? Literally, which one?
And then we got down to crunch time, and I just settled on one, and it's
Purple.
fine. It's purple, like the other 3 rooms in our house that are purple.
Nice.
I do have to say, though, like you asked earlier, what don't you do? Like doing a remodel project with a significant other? Don't get obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Find breaks in it. Like, let one partner work on it or you not. Like, April and I would do that all the time. I'd go play video games and have a beer with my buddies, and she would work on the project and do her thing.
Yeah. So let's describe this a bit more because you've hit upon it a bit with the second. Like, what is the second project that's happening? Can you give us like a full scope breakdown of what is happening?
Currently?
Yeah.
Well, everything almost is done in the back room. I still need to, because we tore down.
In your house, the back room is like a living room.
Yeah, it's our well, my family called it the family room. So the front living room, if anybody was raised from people in the 50s at all, that was the room that nobody went to because
You had
that's
plastic
where
on the
like
chairs.
we did at one
on the
point.
sofa. Yeah.
There
It's where
was
you
at one
go
point.
to talk.
Right, like that's the entertaining quote room.
Children should be seen and heard.
Right.
And then the back room was where we all hung out. And like the bar in the back was the quote kids table because that's where kids had to have the dinner because we only had a table so big. But yeah, so the family room, we took out the drop ceiling, we took down the paneling, everything was down to the studs, drywalled everything. And so now we're dealing with the differences between the wood paneling and the drywall because the wood paneling was about 1/8 of an inch thick and then the drywall is 1/2 inch. So now I'm like working on getting spacers for our outlets so that way it can set right and like all of that stuff because we didn't think about that when we still need to do the painting of the door trim and get that up and then we have to splice wood. Like there's a whole bunch of shit. But in the middle of all of that, we had a big plumbing issue where my
How did you discover it?
It's been an ongoing problem, though. Like, the plumbing issue
Mm-hmm.
here has been we've been in this house 10 years, and it was years before we moved in that they had the issue with the plumbing. We knew what it was. We dealt with it as best we could for years.
get it
And now
snaked, lasts us 3 years, get it snaked again, lasts us 3 years. And then we got to a point where that didn't.
I had okay. Let me pop in this story here real quick because it was the worst thing I've ever had with plumbing is so you remember when I used to live in Columbus? I lived down Victorian Village.
Yeah.
Me and Scar lived together. So one time we woke up and we're like, and she's like, something smells, and I'm like, oh. And we went down to the basement. Our entire basement was just filled with shit and toilet paper.
Oh no!
It was just completely covered. And listener, like it wasn't a great basement. Like it was basically it was like a rock basement. It was, you know, like just like old gray stone, whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever he had laying down there was ruined.
Done.
And it was like, all right. So then they had somebody come over and clean it up because we were renting at the time. And then that was that. And so then it happened again. And we're like, hey, this happened again. Like, what the fuck? And so then they checked and they're like, no, this should be good. And then it happened a third time. We're like, dude. And so then they sent out a company of plumbers, and they had a camera, and they were able to like put the camera down the pipe to see what's going
Down
on.
the poop chute.
And
Literally.
literally,
Like a camera down your poop chute.
I don't.
It was up the poop chute, Jess.
I see this way. You should be on mic.
I know, right?
You're throwing zingers like these out.
I know.
Actually, it was finger motion.
It was finger motions.
Mike's not
going to
do much good.
That's true. That's true. We don't have a video podcast yet. But yeah, so they put a camera down there, and they're like, "Oh, the tree in your backyard, its roots finally went down far enough. It split the sewage line,
Yep.
and now everything is just hitting this fucking root of the tree and bouncing back into your basement." So our rental company had to pay to get the tree ripped out of the yard to the roots, and then redig the sewer line back out to the alley.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have to foot that bill.
Well, you know, and here's the beauty, though, is that was in your basement.
Yeah.
My house does not have that. So
Oh my God,
my
no basement.
floor is literally.
It's true. It's like you're living in Florida here.
I am.
There's no basements in Florida or the
Yeah.
Alamo.
You got a sunroom.
While I
Florida house.
appreciate the being on a slab because my grandma was paraplegic, so there was no reason to have a basement.
Right.
Because that's just stairs she couldn't really manage as she got older.
And as somebody whose grandfather had muscular dystrophy, like
Totally.
having like a 1-floor home is optimal because
It's-
you're not fucking with anything as far as stairs go or anything like that.
Exactly.
And you
And
can
I-
transition people on and off with like there's like wooden planks you would get, like you could slide people in and
Yeah.
out of chairs and in the wheelchair.
And that's why, like, my front walk has the ramp.
Yep.
You know, because that was like we knew we could definitely get her
yeah,
in and out
in
of
the
I
house.
thought that was so we could stumble in and out of the car easier.
Maybe, who knows?
saying.
Maybe a little bit. But anyway, no, like
multiple
you
use.
know, I appreciate the fact that I am on a slab and I don't have a creepy basement because basements are gross, and I'm sure it's because I didn't grow up with one. Like basements freak me out. It's just weird.
Well, you know, I feel like basements have gotten a bad stereotype thanks to horror movies.
Yeah, thanks horror movies.
Yeah, thanks.
But I mean, in a good way.
Yeah, well, it is kind of
But,
fun.
so now I'm dealing with this plumbing thing, had to hire a guy, and now my slab is just a big dirt pile. But at the same time, like, as much as I hate the current state, I know that for at least the next 25, 30, 40 years, I don't have to worry about whether or not my washing machine is going to make the back of my house flood.
All right, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's been kind of fortunate for it to happen right now because I don't have my flooring set. I don't know what I want to do yet. Like, I wish it would have happened before I put the tile on the back of the wall, but here we are, and we're just going to work with it, and it's fine. Everything's fine. It all works in the end. So
Nice. Well, look, before we close this out, is there anything that we didn't talk about you wanted to talk about?
I don't know. How about you, Bob?
Anything we missed?
If you're going to work on a home improvement project with your
it's
significant
for
other,
posterity.
well, no, there's always that joke that don't do it. It's going to end in divorce.
There were
It's a good thing-
questionable
it's,
times.
It's a good thing we weren't married.
Yeah.
Definitely. It probably helped. But it also helps to know that your partner's limits. Know your other person that you're working with. Know it, because like you're working together, doing construction, remodel type shit. You're going to have your opinion. They're going to have theirs. You try to find in the middle where it works. It's not always going to work. Don't get pissed. And if you do get pissed, know to walk away.
Yeah.
Know to walk away and know to leave each other to different times. Like I said, I said earlier, there were times where I'd be like, oh, you have ants in your pants? Go fucking work on the project.
Yeah.
Go paint something. Go sand something.
Queen of
go
ants
tear
and
something
pants.
down. Oh, you're sick of me? I'll go in the back and I'll go work on something. You got to separate those boundaries of time limits of, like, you don't always have to be in the same tiny area remodeling something at the same
And
time.
patience is hard.
Very hard.
Especially when you're doing something like this.
With
To
a significant
be-
other, patience is beyond hard.
and to be cognizant of the other person's needs and desires and wants is really difficult. And
know
so
that women are crazy.
Don't start with me.
I was gonna say up until that comment, I felt like I was in a therapy session where people were just
Yeah.
coming to terms with what we have,
No,
and,
like-
and then Dan throws a shot across the bow. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like, this is my life. But no, like one of the things that was everyday peaches, it wasn't. It wasn't. Like, we would scream at each other. We would hate each other for a good 48 hours, and it's fine. Like, that's how it goes. But if your relationship is strong enough, it'll survive it. But you have to just, like...
It's not a good way to
It's
test your
hard.
relationship, though.
I feel
That's
like
why-
it's
that's why we paid
really
somebody else to do the
hard.
fence.
Yeah,
No,
I feel like
see,
it's really
smart.
hard for him because I go into shit without a plan. And then I fucking make it up as I go along, which is terrible.
Which is
and
wild.
that's so hard. It's so hard for other people to deal with, and I appreciate that about him.
You brought it up earlier about me being a chef. I'm taught that you don't have problems. You solve problems before they happen. You stop things from going wrong. You have a plan. You know how to attack things. You know how to do things.
But you're living with the Joker.
I am the Joker.
Ooh, she makes the Joker look like he's a model citizen.
I
J-
go
j-
into
j-
shit.
j-
Like,
just
I
loving
was like,
chaos.
get me a dumpster for my birthday. I had fucking no plan.
We need to get you like a purple jumpsuit to wear while you're doing your home improvement projects.
But at the same time, like,
Make sure that purple jumpsuit has an arrow that says "Crazies with me" and it
Yeah.
points at me all the time.
but no, like, and I appreciate his patience with me and my Gemini / probably ADD mentality.
Probably.
Of, like, I'm sure 1000%, but I'm not a doctor. But anyway, like, I appreciate...
sponsored by ADD medications.
I really appreciate him, like, having the guts to, like, be like, April, just fucking stop, and because it's hard for me to make myself stop, so I'm appreciative of it. But at the same time, he also understands with the ADD stuff that I'm gonna do most of it, and then I'm gonna have like 4 things that I don't really want to fucking do at all. Like, there's tile that I need to do, and it will take me about 2 hours, and I don't want to do it, and it hasn't been done. Because I'm tired of that part of the project. So I just have to find that space where I can, like, focus for 5 minutes, get get it the fuck done and just be done with it. So yeah, here we are.
For me, this is like definitely top 3 reoccurring fight in me and Lauren's relationship. Maybe number 1.
Yeah.
In terms of like when it happens, and this has been one of the ones we've had to try to figure out how to work around is us working together on a project, because in our house it tends to be very traditional gender roles. Like whenever anything happens where it's like something needs to get fixed or something, she's like, "Hey, you should do this." And I'm
You
like,
should do the thing.
yeah. But then as soon as I agree to it, it's like, well, we're working on this, and what that means is I'm trying to figure shit out, and then she's behind me going, "Why are you doing that? What's up with this? Well, have you tried this?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, what the fuck are you doing right now?" Like, and so this has become our like, again, like one of the biggest reoccurring
I
things.
feel like me and Dan kind of do that too, a little bit. I'm going to do the thing I'm going to do
roles?
anyway. No.
I'm a trophy husband. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
But no, it's like the thing.
Okay, I'm
like,
a participation award at best, but
But like he stands behind me. He's like, "Why don't you do this? And why don't you do this?" And I'm thinking to myself, "Just get the fuck out of my space."
Yeah. Leave me alone. I got to make some mistakes. I got to fuck
Yeah.
some shit up.
Just don't ask.
I will come to you once this thing.
Yes.
Like, look, I mean, one of two things are going to happen. I mean, you're going to come to you and be like, "Shit's fucked up, and now we got to hire somebody," or I'm going to come to you and be like, "I'm the greatest."
I'm the fucking
I-
greatest.
who
And isn't
fixes
that
things?
feeling
This
so
guy.
great?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
seriously, that's why I do it. Because at the end, I'm like, this was my dream. And I fucking made it my dream. And I did it myself. And I didn't have to hire a motherfucker. Like, I did it.
Look, when I fix something, I feel like what Attila the Hun must have felt when he conquered a
Right?
city.
Like your toilet thing that you passed around is so
oh my God,
proud
yeah,
of you.
no, it's totally the equivalent of like taking a bunch of dead bodies and putting them on logs and shooting them into a sea to
man.
inspire fear amongst a population to
Of
let them know
course.
to either surrender or I will kill all of
It's
them.
like on
the
what
toilet,
was it?
it was screaming at you, right?
Yeah, it was. It was
Ours was doing the same. Ours was doing the exact same. And we had to, I figured it out.
yeah.
You did it too. So yeah, good for you.
That one I'd done before though, so it wasn't too big of a
The
deal.
YouTube search on that's interesting because you're like, how to make toilet stop screaming.
100%. I was like,
And then
why
I'm
is my
sure some
toilet
porn
screaming at me?
sites came up that were inappropriate. And
I showed you what it was.
oh, there she is.
That's sort of what happens. So I will say the flip side of this issue in the house is the reason why my wife, the project manager, puts these projects out there for me is because I just don't notice them. Like I'm the kind of guy where it's like, oh, the smoke alarm's beeping. I didn't notice that, Whereas like Lauren's like, shit is fucked up. It's on the list.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, all right, I gotta.
You got the honey-do list?
Yeah. Oh, I literally have a list that says honey-do on it.
I love it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, it resides on the kitchen table whenever company's not around.
I want to see that list sometime.
Oh, I'm
sure she
she'd be
would
happy
show
to
me.
show it to you. She'd be very happy. Always planning, always plotting.
Scroll, just unroll it.
Yeah, it's like a big roll. Yeah, for
it's
sure.
like a Google Doc.
Don't give her fucking ideas, okay?
Hey, Lauren, get a Google Doc. It's way more
No,
efficient.
it's even worse. She already has
Put
like one
it
of
on
those
your
goddamn
calendar.
yearly planning books, whatever they're called.
Oh, like the actual paper
Yeah,
planner?
where it's
Yeah.
like it's like your yearly planner, and
Yeah.
you can like make like sections of what you're gonna do and
Whose
when.
birthday is what
Is
day?
it 2002?
I wish. Man, it'd be a lot simpler. We still have good video games too. Like there's some
Hell
great
yeah,
systems
we
right now, too.
would. We'd still be playing
All right,
Rock Band.
let's work on that time machine.
All right.
Dude, have you seen the time out? Have you seen the price on Rock Band now?
Have I seen what?
The price on Rock Band?
Oh, this just came up the other day at his house.
So many people have like because I don't even know if I think I have like one guitar, but I
don't have
even
any
if
of the guitars for my PlayStation.
yeah, and I
or
don't
the
either.
drums.
And that's the problems. And now if you go onto Amazon to like buy Rock Band 2 with the guitar, it's like $500.
I know.
because it's such a
wild.
limited supply.
I have it all for Xbox, but you got me the one for my nail school graduation for PlayStation, and I don't have any of the controllers, and I'm like trying to figure out how I can squirrel away enough money to make that a thing, because I feel like we need to have some kind of a reunion party.
Yes, and I feel like there has to be like just houses throughout America that are sitting on
Oh,
Rock
yeah.
Band peripherals right now.
Hundo.
sure.
We're like,
For sure.
it's like some kids that went away to college and they just left shit in their room,
Mm-hmm.
and their mom just never threw it out, and it's sitting there, and it's like, you're sitting on gold.
Gold.
Let me have
Gold.
I
this.
played Rock
Plastic
Band
gold.
exactly one time. And do you remember the Blitzkrieg Bop was on there?
Oh, yeah.
So I
Oh,
played
yeah.
the drums to Blitzkrieg Bop, and I nailed it perfect on the first try. And I was like, well, I'm retired. I'm never playing Rock Band again.
I wish that we
No
would
sense
have
in playing it
been.
ever again.
I wish that we would have been friends during when we all were
Yeah, we
playing
were
Rock
super
Band
into it.
because we were super into it
Yeah.
and we played it all the time.
Yeah,
all the time.
My band, I named all my bands after pro wrestling moves. So my favorite band was Shining Wizard.
Oh,
And-
Shining Wizard
That's a
was
good
good.
name.
Actually,
It's a good
you
name.
guys playing Rock Band's how I got him up here for your birthday.
Oh yeah.
The one year for your surprise
What
party.
was that one? 35 maybe.
Yeah, there is a
13
picture of us
years ago.
wearing capes where I'm wearing the American flag.
I fucking love
and you're
that
wearing the
picture.
pride flag.
Yes, and it's on our backs, and we
Yeah.
had capes, and we were drunk as shit.
You got to have capes
Shocking.
if you're playing Rock Band. You need
And
capes.
I
fair.
think it was a bacon
Sure.
fest even.
There's
think it was.
there's this super funny video series on YouTube of the presidents as AI. So it's AI versions of Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Trump, and George W. Bush, and sometimes it's instead of Bush, it's Ben Shapiro, but it's them playing Rock Band,
Yeah.
and it's them yelling at each other for fucking up.
so funny.
And then they also make the avatars for themselves, and like for
Yes.
some
Nice.
reason, Trump makes himself like this weird,
This
like
butch,
this
like,
weird
weird
goth
guy,
thing with
yeah.
like smeared makeup, and
He
yeah,
does.
That's
so
amazing.
funny.
it's hilarious. So,
love it.
That's
listener, look
awesome.
that up. All right. Well, final question: what's the future? What's next?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I have to finish this one.
Nothing.
And then I'm 99% sure that if I start another project within the next 12 months, I will be murdered in my sleep. So we're just going to enjoy this one, finish this one, get all the art up, get the door trim up, figure out flooring.
Spike the football, dance in the end zone for a little bit.
Probably. And then I
Yes,
think
exactly.
really that the next project is going to be the kitchen. Just figuring out
Kitchen
'Cause we don't-
doors, cabinets, all
yeah,
that.
the cabinets, because most of our doors have busted because they're horrible. I want to try and figure out a dishwasher because I don't have one.
Well,
But
it's
like
called me.
that might be.
dishwasher.
That's a game changer.
I mean, we're only two people, but we cook so much and use so much
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah,
like
it's a game
That's
changer.
a lot
what
of
are you
dish.
gonna do?
Yeah.
But like, I think that that's our next big project. I'm not sure how long it'll take, how long it will be before we start it. I think that my uncle wants to come and help me because he's kind of passionate about that shit, and I
Nice.
feel like that'd be kind of a cool bonding moment for the two of us.
Also, a very uncle move.
Totally,
Totally an
right?
uncle move.
Just ripping Winston's and fucking knocking out a bar
I
you don't need.
mean, or pipes and tools, but whatever. Like, I feel like that might be the next one, but I love my uncle, but he's very one-track minded, so I have to get all of the ducks in a row before the actual construction part happens. Otherwise, he'll cheapskate
But wait,
a lot
how,
of the
but
stuff.
how does
that I
this
don't
work with your
want.
chaos theory?
I will plan that. Kitchens are different. Kitchens, you have to have a plan. Because that's my happy place. This back room was my she shed media room where I could play my video games, not take up the big TV, do whatever I wanted to do. So I was cool with the whole chaos theory of it. Kitchens are different because if you're going to deconstruct a kitchen, you have to have a plan and you have to do it quickly. Otherwise, you're eating out. And so there has to be a plan. And that's, I think, where I'm going to have to change my ways. And I'm not sure how
It
much
should
I
be
enjoy
interesting. I
that.
can't wait to see if it happens that way.
It will happen that way because
No, it
I
won't.
kind of
We'll
have
be
a
eating
half
out a lot
plan.
during that part.
Also, it'll take a year probably, and we will eat out a lot. But I'm just kidding. No, I would,
Well, the
and I
bathroom-
might even hire.
The bathroom
out a little
remodel was
bit.
supposed to take 2 weeks. It took almost
And
a year.
it took 2 months.
It took
No, it
almost
took
a
2
year.
months. This
When we,
bathroom took a
2
year.
months plus 10 months.
When we first moved into the house, the basement was finished, carpet, drywall, paint on the
Yeah.
walls, the bar that was really nice.
That bar was
It looked good, and then our basement started flooding, and it was just gross, and we were trying to figure out why, and ended up having to unfinish the basement. So like ripped out all the drywall, ripped out the carpet, had to have the basement authority come in and jack up the house and
The basement authority, the basement cops
the
came
Ohio,
by.
yeah.
The Ohio basement cops.
The one wall was falling over, and we had the major problems. So we got all that taken care of, and now I think we just did the fence. So I'm hoping that next is probably the basement.
Are you gonna try and refinish it again?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the goal, is to get it
Nice.
refinished and
Could
get
you
that
salvage
bar up
the
and
bar?
running.
Well,
We could, but I think we want to tear it out and just put something in that's more us than.
Hell yeah.
Fair.
I was gonna say,
Personalize
like,
it.
do you have an idea of like what it would be? Would it be a thing like a? Were you like the kind of people that want to have like a media room and an arcade, or like a gym, or like what do you foresee as like
The
your
bar,
basement?
the bar, you know.
Just a bar.
There's a
where
TV
there's
down there.
beers and booze.
Bar.
All right, so what I'm picking up is it's like there's a bar, and then we're gonna have a stage that's gonna be made out of pallets and a little bit of like some plywood.
Also,
and
they've
boom.
got one
With
kid in
some
college
video
and one
games.
close, so
Yeah.
it really needs to be a bar.
Got it.
Yeah.
We're gonna build Bernie's in our basement. And
Corrugated
No.
metal on the bathroom.
I don't want it to smell that bad, please.
No, I think it'll be pretty awesome. Just as a really good idea and plan. We just have to.
Sketched it.
The priorities, started to stack up on top of that.
Yeah.
So fence is done though,
Don't
yeah,
I get
basement's
it?
Fence is
next.
done, that's all that matters.
and then long term is kitchen
nice.
expansion.
Yeah.
Whole wall knocked out, expanded about 6 feet.
Really?
Oh, look who's
Yeah.
on! Look who's
And,
on the podcast.
Take the half bath out?
Half bath will stay because we need 2 bathrooms.
Right.
But our kitchen is technically an addition onto the main house, so we
Okay.
don't have to mess with the main roof to do it.
Uh-huh.
So knock off the back of it, push it out about 6 feet, have the whole back deck torn out 'cause it's going to be time
Yeah.
anyway. Put in like flat paper gazebo thing that's covered.
That's sexy.
Oh,
I'm really
yeah.
excited
Nice.
for you
Hell
guys.
yeah,
for
that's
that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good.
I like that plan.
I don't know what we're building next. Well, actually, I think we're gonna get the upstairs bathroom done, but again, we're gonna contract that out because I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
doing. Again, plumbing scares me, electric
And
scares me.
your bathroom upstairs is a little bit larger than a first time.
Yeah, there's
thing.
some stuff needs to get knocked out. We might have raccoons in the wall. I don't know.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Have you heard scritchy scratchies?
Yeah, no. Like I've heard some stuff up there, and then Lauren.
Are the
tried to-
walls screaming at you too?
Well, here's the. Yeah,
Maybe it wasn't the toilet after all.
I've definitely heard some things above me while I'm working up there, and I talked to Lauren, and I'm like, I think there's like something in the wall. She's like, she's like, shit just gets on the roof, and I'm like, okay. And then the other day, she was like, do you hear things upstairs? And I'm like, is the house haunted? And she's like, no, but I hear things scuttling, and I'm like.
She said scuttling.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
Things are just scurrying about upstairs. So we have this door in the bathroom that opens up into like part of the roof, and I'm
like an attic access.
yeah, but I'm scared. I feel like in fucking Alien when they make Dallas go up in the vents to hunt. Like if I open that door, I'm gonna get fucking jacked.
Is your attic access like the 1 square foot piece?
Yeah.
So your shoulders would never get into it anyway.
Good. I'm gonna push her in.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent.
I'm gonna give my wife a gun and a road flare and try to figure it out.
Don't use the road flare. There's too much insulation. You'll catch the goddamn house on fire.
All right. So a pro tip: just give her a
Yeah,
gun.
yeah, no, a gun and her cell phone with a flashlight. You got this.
I like the idea that I'm sitting my wife into our fucking attic like a tunnel rat in Vietnam.
Also, I feel like
Right.
she should wear your costume from
Oh,
your
like
Thunderdome
shoulder
stuff.
pads and
yeah,
shit?
but like she's gonna have to wear it just on her head.
Yeah, no, I'll give her a luchador mask and some shoulder pads.
Yes,
she'll be fine. She'll be fine. It's
fine.
great. It's cool.
You get her up there and then hand the sholler pads up to her.
Yeah, just like there you go.
Put
honey.
this
These
on now.
It'll
Yeah,
scare the raccoon.
put the armor on. Get big. All right. Well, look, y'all. Thank you for coming doing this shit, and I really appreciate
This
it.
is so fun.
Awesome.
I know you two don't have anything to plug. Andy, you got anything you want to plug? Band dates, anything before we get out of here? IG, anything?
June 30th, my band Ted Danson is playing at the Stoop.
Hell yeah.
So if y'all want to
Also,
come out,
I'm just gonna plug Open Sky Day Spa. If
Nice,
you live
plug
in
away.
Columbus,
Yeah.
that's my spa that I've worked at for like my whole life, almost. 13 and a half years. OpenSkyDaySpa.com.
Great spot, do great work.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
We've got some great therapists. If you need massage therapy, facials, waxing, do it. Like, I love the place that I work. I love who I do it for. And I really want it to be successful. So
Listener, have you ever had a lady walk on your back? You can hear.
you can. Ashiatsu is the shit.
That shit wigs me out, dude.
Dude, don't let it wake you out. It's fucking amazing.
I know, like, on one hand, I'm like, this might be good, but on the other hand, I'm like, man, just like,
No, you got this. It's not like back cracking. It's longer, broader strokes, bro.
Ooh.
And it's like super deep tissue. It's amazing. I hate deep tissue massage because the elbows and thumbs.
yeah, I don't like that.
Those are my worst things.
I like a
but
very gentle massage.
I do too.
I want to be caressed.
But I also-
I want to be the little
That's
spoon.
weird. How do you hate elbows and thumbs, but you love feet?
I
On you?
do nails. It is what it is.
Okay.
But
Also elbows, yeah, it's a good idea to not like elbows and thumbs. Like elbows and thumbs in a street fight, bad deal.
right, like eyeballs and like all that shit ends up coming out with those things.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
But-
for a massage,
It's good times.
Ashi.
Eyeballs
way
are
to go.
overrated.
Yeah, well, you only need one. Dan, you plugging anything?
Nope, not really.
All right, hell yeah,
I got
Dan.
Dan's
nothing.
just chilling.
I got nothing.
Sick.
I don't know.
Dan likes dogs.
He
I
does
like
love
dogs. I love dogs. I love my dogs.
If you got a dog, let Dan pet your fucking dog.
I'm the guy that comes over to your house for a party and I say hey to the dogs first.
Dude, that's what I do at the gym. We have a gym dog, and every day I'm just like, I'm gonna go hang out with the gym dog.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Love
That's
the gym
your
I
dog.
love it.
All right, listener, you know where to find me at Neil to Know on Instagram. And if you like this episode, or you know of a friend who's doing home improvement stuff, you want to share this episode with them, that's great, because algorithms are a motherfucker, but word of mouth is king. If you can just share, it's awesome. And if you or just have friends in general, just be like, look, this guy has like over 100 episodes of different collections and hobbies. There's something on the list you're going to enjoy, you're going to like. Let them check it out. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out and doing the show
Thanks,
with us.
Tank.
Super
I love you,
appreciate it.
brother.
baby.
It's my first podcast.
Listener,
Oh, yay.
peace.